All right, I am live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am here to do a reading for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Um, that's for Sun, Moon, Rising, or if you just resonate with the title, this could be for you. And my readings are timeless, so whenever you come across them, there's something in there for you. So I am doing the usual thing. I have already chosen 3 cards from Wisdom of the Oracle, and then I'm going to clarify with a bunch of things, different cards. It's been fun changing it up a bit. So I'm just going to dive right in, and I'm going to show you all 3 cards I did in the thumbnail, but you have Message in a Bottle, Going the Distance, and Blessed in the protection position. So what this is speaking to me about is you are needing to go on some kind of journey. Maybe you've already begun, but it's a journey that requires endurance, requires you to, well, like it says, go the distance. Tap in to a part of yourself, understand that whenever we're on a long journey, it's not always smooth sailing. We hit some storms, and to know that you need to tap into your fortitude in order to get through those storms. And Message in the Bottle kind of it speaks to me about needing to really notice the messages that the universe is sending you. And they can come in all different forms. You know, the universe speaks to us in signs and symbols, and we can consciously choose how we want that communication to come. We can set our intention. If I see, you kind of tell the universe, if you have a question, for example, or if you need some kind of confirmation, you pick something that the universe can kind of put in your path. And you see it and go, okay, thank you for the confirmation. And it can be just about anything. Sometimes, if you're not consciously choosing, it can be simply like a song that comes on the radio. That speaks to where you're at, or you hear a passing conversation between people, or you see a billboard or a sign on the side of a truck. Or for me, it often comes through as triple digits, the same triple digits. Or you might see an animal or a bird or butterfly. It just a feather. It's different for everybody, and you want to tap into what the universe is trying to tell you, because that is how you are going to get through this journey. That is going to help you move through those storms, through those obstacles that inevitably are going to be presented to you. And the Blessed card in the protection position is very much about needing to reinvent yourself. That how you've shown up in the past is not working for you anymore. This is kind of saying, if you do what you did, you're going to get what you got. And on this journey, this is about moving to someplace totally different. And so this is really requiring you to surrender. It even talks about that you have hit or are about to hit some kind of rock bottom in your life. Something that is it's bringing you to your knees, but it's necessary because once we hit rock bottom, then there's nowhere to go but up. And it's that upward path that's requiring this distance. And it's also, once you surrender to what is, have the humility to understand that everything is happening for a reason. It's happening for your highest good, for your benefit. And once you can fully surrender, that's when the universe starts sending you those unexpected gifts. Because the blessed card is all about the unexpected gifts, the things that seem magical or miraculous, that seem to come out of nowhere. And you're like, whoa, what? And it's because this journey, you are, as you open up, as it's opening your mind, opening your understanding, allowing yourself to think differently than you have up to this point. And then the universe is like, okay, I'm going to reward you for that. You keep that up and I'll keep sending the rewards. And the rewards can come through messages, but it can also just be like, you're doing awesome, so I'm going to give you a huge gift that feels like, something that's very prosperous, abundant, fulfilling. So let's go ahead and clarify. I'm starting with the Good Tarot. I'm so excited because I'm actually learning. I'm getting the cards. It's a process. Yay! Personal readings again. Princess K, I am considering doing it this morning. Maybe after this reading. But it'll have to be short because I have to go to my job today. So I'm kind of like seeing how it goes with timing. But usually my element readings are fairly short. So and the next couple of days are going to be kind of busy. So I'm seriously considering doing it in, roughly probably within an hour. So yeah, stay tuned, I guess. We'll see how I feel after this. And I still have to do like breakfast stuff and, the usual morning routine. So, but yeah, it'd be great if you showed up. Would love to give you another reading. I remember yours was pretty cool. Pretty exciting. Okay. So clarifying this journey. This journey, fire signs. You're on a journey that is opening your heart. That is allowing you to access your wisdom. That it's about, this in this deck, this card is about being a leader, being a wise and enlightened leader. I mean, he looks quite wise, doesn't he? And that heart, like my eye just keeps getting drawn to this beautiful, shiny heart right here. This is what you're transforming into. As you're, it makes me think of, when you hit rock bottom, very often you're in a place where you're having to deal with some kind of grief. And what happens is, you know, in, let's say, going through our life, our normal day to day, we kind of build up what I think of as a heart wall. And when we hit some kind of obstacle, when we have that tower moment, it breaks the heart wall away and it reveals the true inner part, the true inner heart that allows you to connect with yourself, with your higher power, with others on this whole different level. Um, it it's a way of tapping in. It's going through the process of the grief allows you to access this part that you might not normally have access to. And in this journey, particularly because it's quite a long one that does require endurance, that you are being transformed, that once you uncover this jewel that's inside of you, it's it's going to be starting from a new place, that you won't be covering it back up, creating a new heart wall. You will it will continue to shine. It's almost like it will become like, you know, it's like a slippery surface that nothing can stick to. And there's the sun there, and there's, again, it's this tapping in. It's tapping into this new place in yourself that you probably have not had access to up to this point. And it's this place that brings in the blessings. You got to get through it first. You got to get through the grief. You got to break down those heart walls. I mean, it happens. It's like walking through the hells of fire. Everything has to burn away, but then it reveals what is actually there, what can't be burned away, what is true and authentic. So, and then you move forward, because again, he's a leader. So then you take what you've learned and then you can share it with others and you can help guide them. You can say, I've been there and I know how to help you. If you want, I can hold your hand as you go through this journey. Temptation. This journey, because it is a longer one, you will bump up against some temptation, some things that make you want to throw your hands in the air and say, God, forget it. This is such a pain that I am not comfortable. I don't want to deal with yet another thing. And it can be very easy to turn towards those things that are the immediate gratification, but that ultimately end up making you feel not so good. It's that idea of, I'll use myself as an example, not drinking for a long time, and then say, "Hey, Matt Soltero's here, Deb," and then something happens. Something really, really kind of shakes you up, and you decide you're going to have a drink because you just need to check out. You need to, like, not feel, not think. And then you wake up the next morning. Not only do you not feel great, maybe you feel great for a minute. You get that buzz on and you're like, yeah, thank God, like, I'm not feeling all this anymore. Not having to feel this hitting the rock bottom. But then you wake up the next morning and you feel worse than when you started, and you realize that I mean, look at that. She's so hungover. She ate way too much. Um, and so it's it's trying to remember that though you might be tempted to reach for those things that give you the temporary relief, that is actually slowing your progress in the long run. And you want to try and use your endurance. Remember that you have it within you to jump over those temptations because you don't want your journey to be slowed, simply because the blessings are coming in as you push through, as you I want to say, like, fortify yourself with what you need to keep you going. Give yourself the fuel that actually helps you continue forward, continue wanting to move. That's that's where the blessings come, because you have the energy to get through. The temptations take your energy away. And it's okay if you fall into temptations that you know are not good for you. It's part of the lesson. You learn, oh, yeah, that's right. I don't want to do this because I don't feel good when I do. And then you build your endurance back up and you, you start going again. And hopefully the next time, the next obstacle, the next hurdle, the next temptation, you just go right over. King of Earth. So we have two kings now. Really tapping in to your wisdom, to your understanding of what you need to do on this journey. That it's leading you to this place of, I feel like it's kind of like authority over yourself, wisdom. This guy is all about like abundance and manifesting. Um, he's he's the earth cards are kind of slower moving. The manifestation takes time. Again, it kind of speaks to the go to the distance, but that then you come to this place of, you've learned your lessons, you've learned to move past your temptations, you've gone over them, you haven't given in, and this is your reward. You manifest what the universe actually wants to bring in, the unexpected. I mean, he gets to a point where he expects it because he knows he can. So the blessings kind of lead you into this place. And he's got the antlers as well. And the antlers can represent antenna, like tuning in to the universe, to your higher power. Understanding that surrendering wherever you're at in whatever situation you're in is actually tapping you in to where you are truly connected, and that's what brings in the gifts, because then the universe is like, okay, you earned it. I will shower awesomeness down on you. Okay, let's clarify again. We're going to dive into the Osho Zen tarot deck. Love this deck. I use this on my live readings. And it was amazing. It was so powerful. The group that came, the readings I did were We're so amazing. Such an incredible group of people. Lots of power, lots of like everyone seems to be on a journey of some kind. The old is dropping away, burning away, making way for the new. It's not comfortable, but it's so necessary. And it's going to end up in such we're all going to end up in a better place. It's just having faith, trusting that you're going to get through the rough times. And that's what this card speaks to. You are going to make it through. Just got to tap into that part of yourself. That has the endurance, the ability to keep going regardless of what is being thrown at you. Okay. Creativity. It's like the messages in the bottle, the messages from the universe. The creativity, there's the moon and she's touching the moon, and the moon to me represents like intuition. It's you tapping in to knowing what messages are being sent, being present and aware of the messages that are coming through your intuition. You can feel it if something lines up for you. As you get used to using your intuition more, it gets easier and easier to understand, because it does speak in symbols very often. Sometimes we just get the thoughts in our head, but sometimes, it comes through differently. And this card, there's all these different elements. We have the water, we have the flower, the earth, the rainbow, the light. And again, she's accessing, she's kind of in her body, in really embodying herself, getting in touch with her most authentic part of herself. And that's where you access your intuition. And that's where you also become inspired. And inspiration it's tapping into your creativity. Okay. Participating in this journey, actively participating in your growth, your personal growth, this personal journey. Something here. There's something here on the corner of my mind wanting to I don't know. I'll pick another one and see. I'm sure that we'll come back around to this one. I very much feel like it's participating, being an active participant in your life, not letting things happen to you anymore, but actually taking the reins. And, I think it speaks to this, where hitting rock bottom in some way, usually it happens because we are not an active participant. Somehow we've let the forces control what has happened to us. Somehow we have let things beat us down to the ground. And I feel like the participation card speaks to that surrender, and that realizing that once you've hit rock bottom, you can go back up, and you can actively participate in that rebirth. Silence. Yeah. allowing yourself to go within. Here we have the moon again. You need time for silence, for introspection, for stepping back from whatever craziness is going on around you, whatever has beaten you down to the ground. It's a time to reflect, to use your intuition, because that is what will guide you on this journey. And that's what also will help you tap into the messages that the universe is sending you to help you on your journey. And when you really do this, you get good at it, you practice it, then the universe, again, it rewards you. It's like, okay, you are doing the things that I've been sending you the messages, and you are listening. So here you go. Here's a gift. Big gift. Again, this is like really good. This isn't just like some little, you find a quarter on the ground or something. This is like, kind of windfall blessings in a way. Okay. Where are we at? 26 minutes. I think I'm just gonna go straight to the Oracle of E. Just gonna bring the energy level up just a little bit. Bring the playfulness up, raise the vibration slightly on this reading, because this is heavy. This is intense. There's some big stuff getting stirred up right now. Hitting rock bottom is typically not a comfortable experience. So bring it. That's right. Bring it. You have what it takes for this journey. You have everything inside of you. You have all the strength you need, all the endurance, like all the everything. And you can, as you bring it, it inspires you to jump past the temptations, because you are showing up for yourself. You are showing up in your life. You are bringing the most authentic part of yourself to the table, and you're like, okay, I'm here, I am me, and I'm going to do this because I have what it takes. At your service. Yes. The universe sure is at your service. You can look for the messages, whatever come, stay aware, but you can also ask and intend for those messages. If you want to know something, if you want clarity on something, tell the universe, show me this thing, show me a feather, show me I don't know, whatever random thing. The more random, the better, because then when it shows up, then you can be like, whoa, okay, I got the message. And nasty knot. Again, I think the temptation card could be a nasty knot. This, whatever you encounter along your journey can feel like you get all tied up. I'm also feeling like, because you're starting this new journey and you're coming from something else, again, that if you do what you did, you're going to get what you got, which is more of the same, more of the nasty knot. And to know that you are now required to recognize how you tie knots around yourself in your life, and It's totally in your power to loosen those knots. Get rid of the rope altogether. Unless you want to use it as a lifeline or something to your your higher power. Completely change how you expect things to work out, how you show up in your life. I'm gonna read from the book because I love what it says about these cards. Um, bring some levity. Wow, you are brave and fearless. These days, even if it doesn't feel that way, you are being called to take off your armor and leap. And yeah, you cannot go the distance if you are weighed down by heavy armor. You need to be able to go fast and far. So, time to take off the armor. Today is the day to call fear out as the wimpy imposter that it is. It's time to go for it. Yeah, recognize the fear for what it is, false evidence appearing real. And recognize too that the fear is coming from a place inside of you that is trying to protect you. And so you thank it, you love it, you acknowledge it, that part of you. And then you say, I'm in charge. We have a big journey to go on, and I'm going to prove to you that there's nothing to be afraid of. 23. At your service. Yeah, this is the Big Universal Butler. Who's working behind the scenes, taking care of all the details, making sure everything, little thing is turning out exactly as planned. This butler is loyal, determined, and trustworthy. So can you let him carry the tray? Or her, or it, whatever. This is your personal Sherpa. That's not just carrying everything for you, but is literally carrying you too. And that's a part of the universe's way of carrying you, is sending you the messages that you need when you need them. Okay. Nasty knot. Despite how it looks, you can now slip easily out of your current ensnarement. It only looks like quicksand. In reality, getting free is a piece of angel food cake. Leave the drama behind. Yum. Yeah. Yeah, it might seem like releasing whatever you've been dealing with is going to be difficult. But it's not so bad. Remember that you're the one that has tied yourself up in knots. And so you can untie them. And I keep getting this image of like the knots aren't even that tight. Like you could, probably shake shake those knots off of you real quick, undo them easily. I mean, it's saying it's basically a piece of cake. So know that you do have the strength. You have it in you to go the distance. You have everything that's required, all of the intuition, all of the wisdom. All of the ability to manifest whatever it is you want. It's about getting out of your own way so that you can access this part of you. And that's, again, the heart wall, breaking down that heart wall so you can actually get to the core of yourself. Oh my gosh, this has gone on so long. Too bad. It's a good reading. Yeah. I wish you well on this journey. It's big, it's long, but you can do it. And you will be better for it. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and night and tomorrow, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And like and subscribe.